Happy Sunday! Okay, so today I decided that we're gonna start off with the Love Oracle deck just to keep it in a light, happy, good mood. And if you're new here, hey, hello, my name is Dulce and this is Alchemy of Knowledge. And I'm gonna see who I'm reading for. Sorry about that angle, guys. Okay, Spirit guys, very nice, good. Who am I reading for? Sorry. Okay. Okay, so you are an empath. You are someone that, you know, you're able to feel other people's emotions. And the card that what it says is, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. So, on that note, let's see. Let's see what the Spirit team has to say about that. It's good. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of transformation in regards to your relationships. Something is being created in the midst of this. There is like something that like the universe is gonna bless you with. You are like somebody that is very whole, very loving, very nurturing in your relationships. And spirits saw that. They really do. And they're sending you like little signs like there is good things to come out. There's good things that are coming your way. There is a message of love. What does this message of love have to do? Okay, so you may have been facing like distortion, disillusion. It could be towards yourself, to like a connection. But it has to do more so with the relationship within yourself, that, you know, that illusion is affecting you or impacting you. And so Spirit's like sending you like these loving messages to be like, you know, take it easy on yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself, remind yourself how magical and special you really are through and through, even whenever you're feeling chaotic, even whenever you're feeling lost, emotional, or like you want to go on a whole rampage because, you know, the emotions are getting to you. Like, love yourself through the mess. Love yourself enough to love, like, in general, to not give up on, like, just because you had this one experience, it doesn't mean it's over for you, because it's just the start of something new for you. Like, don't just call it quits. Keep on going. Keep on going. Yeah, because you're reconnecting back to your true self. Like, you're building that relationship within you. Maybe you, like, in this connection or in any friendship or partnership that you've had, like, you lost parts of yourself, like you were giving yourself away to people, and it was, you know, disempowering you and also building resentment within yourself, because you're like, well, why did they do this? Why did this happen? Like, and Spirit's like saying, like, look, it's in the past now. It is what it is. It already happened. We want you to learn from this. Don't hold on to it. There is a reason why we taught you this lesson. There's a reason why you encounter these individuals. There's always a higher reason for this. But right now, we want you to address yourself. What is it about yourself that you're seeking these kind of connections, these kind of friendships with people that are leaving you empty-handed? They're not pouring into your cup the same way that you pour into them. And also, how can you better reconnect with yourself? Get back into your creative mode, back into like loving yourself authentically, and not seek that approval or validation outside of you. Like you just finally coming into like contempt that you love yourself for who you are, and that you're okay if you're by yourself. You don't have to be searching that outside of you. Like, there is nothing that like within you that you can get out of you. If that makes any sense. Like, you know, when you're like seeking stuff outside of you, like it basically ends up making you feel like shit. Because you're seeking it outwardly rather than, you know, naturally letting it gravitate towards you, and also you already possessing that for you. And this is like a silent way of like the universe, your spirit guides communicating with you, like, get back into your heart chakra, get back into your heart. You know, you have a lot of grievances, you have a lot of tough emotions that you're going through, and you're gonna be able to embody this beautiful grounding essence if you just allow yourself to heal and rebuild that relationship within yourself. For some of you guys, you have rushed into things. This could have been, living situations, friendships, relationships, or even dynamics. Like you just, you were in such a rush that you failed to realize you had to be very intentional. Like, what are you looking from this? How does this help, or how does this add on to your life? Not what you need from it. How does this add on to your life? Like, what about this connection makes it very special? And Spirit's like saying, like, it is now time to look within the mirror and look at yourself. Like, how much more intentional can you get with yourself? How much more can you pour into your own cup? So that way you're not getting depleted. So that way you're not being taken advantage of. So that way you're not losing yourself or losing pieces of yourself. Because we want you to be so good with yourself, so structured, so secured within yourself, without seeking any validation or any dependency or codependency from anybody, because you're so good within you that you're going to be attracting the right people. What else? What else, dear guides? Yeah, Spirit just wants you to move out into the world, without any fear that you're gonna get betrayed or any of that stuff. Like, having those thoughts is gonna end up having you attracting those kind of people. A betrayal. So removing your mind from thinking about that you're gonna get betrayed, way off. Let that shit go. Let it go. Because it's signaling out to the world, oh, we're gonna bring you that. The more of this, the more you think about it, the more you feed into that thought. I had something in my mind in regards to this. It was in correlation with this, but I'm trying to remember. I guess it just wasn't important enough because it just it just went. Oh, and pink can be very significant. Seriously, there's a lot of pink going on here. Heavy on the heart chakra. And now we're going to see what else the divine has to say. In case you guys are very excited. What else do they need to know about this? Yup. Okay. So, definitely major on the sacral. Sacral has to do with your passions, your creative energy. I think it also has to do with sexual energy. I think I got the chakra book somewhere around here. Let me see. Okay. Let's see for the chakra. Let me see if I can find the chapter when it comes to the sacral. Root sacral. Yep, I was right. It has to do with the sexual stuff. It's in charge of the ovaries and the testicles. The womb, genitals, lower vertebrae, pelvis, appendix, bladder, and hip are kidneys. life lessons, to use emotions to connect with others without losing our identity, and to freely express creativity and a healthy emotional sexuality. And I was telling you, like, you've been giving yourself out scatterly to people. And so I'm seeing like major having to do with paying attention to your sacral energy. And let's see what in this chapter it has to say. When the sacral plexus chakra is out of harmony, we have difficulty expressing our feelings or are cut off from them. We are out of touch with pleasure and hold unprocessed anger. We feel stifled in our creativity and resentful for not being able to birth out ideas into the world. We also may have relationship issues, platonic or romantic, reproductive issues, or feel unstable or unhealthy around aspects of our sexuality. There will also be feelings of shame. We also may have issues around money, abundance, and either placing on or emphasis on obtaining material goods or not owning our abundance at all. When the sacral plexus chakra is in harmony, we are often in flow of our creative expressions, in touch with pleasure, able to share and express feelings in healthy ways, create and maintain healthy relationships, and are connected to the emotional aspects of sexuality in ways that sustain us. We feel at peace with our abundance and may even be in touch with our clairsentience, the gifts of taking intuitive information through feeling. We also have a healthy relationship to money and easily cultivate abundance in our lives in balanced ways. Wonder if it shows you how to fix it. Crystals, fingers crossed, root chakra. What's a root chakra? So here's like some other ways to like unblock it. Dancing, practice hula hooping, learn tantra to get in touch with your sexuality on a more conscious level. Try journaling, writing, painting, or another form of creative expressions to help channel your emotions. Learn how to express your emotions in healthy ways. Include play in your daily life to cultivate flexibility and learning how to experience pleasure and joy. Chant the mantra sound corresponding to the chakra VAM. And it's VAM. Also, there's crystals. There's also essential oils, yoga that can help you with unblocking that stuff. But back to the reading, because I just wanted to give you some info on how to fix or work on that. There's a lot of shame and guilt going on in regards to, like, you know, your indulgences, working, performing. You feel like you're chained up or having to put on a mask, the sense of rejection you're facing. What else? It's just saying, you know, there has been a prayer that you've been praying about. And that is your quest. Which one do you choose? There's two lives, or two different, like, you know, destinies that you're being asked. Which kind of life do you want to have? And that's up for you to like go into that self-discovery within yourself. Because while you're going through this self discovery, it's gonna help you manifest your soulmate, because you're gonna be finally in alignment. You're just gonna recognize each other, and soulmates can come in friendships, community. Like, it doesn't have to be, what's it called? I found myself like blocking myself off with conversation romantically, but I'm trying to get this foggy brain out the way. What else? What else, spirit guards? Yeah, because you're diving into your passions. You're gonna be so deep in your passions that you're just gonna be like attracting things naturally to you. Because while you're in your passion, you're gonna naturally attract things that are in alignment with you as an individual at your vibration. I'm hearing like you've had misalignments with people. Like, they were not, you know, in the same path, in the same journey as you. They were going in different directions. They had different, you know, realities. And so that way, like, you face like a lot of like rejection, either manipulation, guilt, feeling like you got taken advantage of. Like there was just so many stuff that were going on because you were giving to the wrong people that were not in alignment with you, that didn't have the same goals or ambitions as you. And I could see like this could have been happening with like older people as well. Yeah, because there was just like this like illusion. There was like something that you were not able to see. There was a fog. And I was just telling you guys earlier about a fog. Yep. Yeah, there was this fog. This could be either, you know, you looked up to somebody in some certain way, like a mentor, and it didn't turn out to be the way that it should have been. For others, this could have been a parental figure that, you know, you had trust in, and it ended up actually being otherwise. Like they didn't have the same vision, or they weren't as supportive towards what you wanted in your life, or they weren't open-minded enough to allow you to explore that self-discovery journey for yourself. They just had a set expectation, or, you know, a vision for you already, ripping you off from, you know, creating your own destiny type deal. And this created a lot of isolation for you. I'm seeing that right now you're very lonely. You don't have a community. You don't have friends right now. You're very alone right now. You're like in hermit mode is what I'm seeing. But there is a miracle coming your way. There is something that's coming out of this. Right now you are definitely grieving, like, you know, situations, yourself, this old version of yourself. Like you're just processing feelings. But this is just only a phase in your life. It's not going to be forever. You know it's not going to be forever. And Spirit just wants you to like show gratitude to like the situation. Like, you know, thank you, Spirit, for showing me this, because now this is leading me closer to myself, to my soul's purpose, to my passions, to a better relationship with myself, and how to embody it so that way I can create a better timeline, a better life for myself, and stop in these cycles and patterns and things that are not good for me. And thank you for revealing me who is not meant to be in my journey. Yeah, because you faced a lot of people that were insecure. You've had your own insecurities. Like there is just a lot. These insecure people try to get into your heart space. They got into your heart and they created this doubt within you. And it's kind of like a devil in disguise, like this insecurity. Like this could have been even parents, or even like, you know, even siblings. Like it was your close ones too that did that shit to you. Like you weren't seeing it, but they were putting like all this doubt in your heart space. And your heart space is where you attract the most things. It's where you align yourself to your magnetic force field. And if that's being blocked or being, you know, tampered with, like it's affecting you definitely. And Spirit's just saying, like, it's time to switch that perception. Don't focus too much on, like, the insecurity part. Because, like, you know, people meet you where they're at. It's their own life. It is what it is. But you have to come to the terms, like, you know what? Thank you for showing me this. Let me shift the perception. Let me change my own reality. Let me change within. Not the outside. Because you can't do nothing about the outside. But I can definitely change the within. Because I have control about that. And I'm seeing by you doing that, you're creating a new timeline where it's like more freedom, way more sacred, safe, and it makes you feel whole in love. It's going to create this new chapter in your life where you just get to be you. And it's going to help you attract abundance and a lot of joy and happiness. It's going to help you be at ease and also let your inner child like shine through. You're finally going to be sprouting, right? Blossoming. Because, yeah, you may have blossomed, but you didn't blossom to your full potential. And this could have been just because of an environment or situation that you were in that was altering your blossoming into your whole purpose, into what you're meant to embody. I'm hearing altercations. Yep. There could have been altercations or situations where, you know, there was just a period of time where there was just no love, care, nurture, gratitude. It was just pure boredom. It was a lot having to do with overperforming, working yourself, like trying to prove a point for others. I'm seeing that for some, like, you know, you were under, like, I don't want to say the word, but I'm being drawn to say, like, it sounds like a destiny swap. Someone was trying to destiny swap with you. And I'm also seeing judgment, like what kind of, like, spirits like looking at you and you're like in this portal and they're looking like, what kind of destiny do you want? You're being presented the reality right now to shift. You have the time to pivot. This doesn't have to be your reality. You can pivot and create way better. This is just like, you know, what's it called? A vision. We're showing you this vision right now in your 3D reality. If you're not liking this vision, you are the co-creator of your own reality to change it up and switch it up for yourself. You just have to remember how powerful you really are. Don't let anything else disempower you or make you think that you cannot create a different reality for yourself. Or make you think twice or build in that guilt within you. 21, I'm saying this. And this is why Spirit was teaching you this wisdom. They wanted you to, like, you know, face all of this head on, finally come to the final, like, conclusion, like, oh shit, I needed to learn this so that way I don't keep repeating this or keep allowing myself to, like, keep in contact or close proximity with people that are either insecure where they're at, they're projecting their insecurities, they're trying to destiny swap with you, they're being envious, or they're not supportive of your dream. What else? There's like something else that I was trying to like go into, but Spirit was like showing you, like, here's this wisdom. We want you to know this so that way you don't ever have to repeat this ever again and allow those kind of energies back into your force field, into your timeline. And so that way you can help others, guide them in their journey to not attract those kind of people in their journey, because now you have discernment. Now you know what that looks like. Now you know what to peep for. And I'm hearing like you were probably blindsided. You weren't seeing it. You didn't have the full grasp of it. Like there was just still like a blind in your eyes. Because you were still needing to release like all these versions of yourselves, all these individuals, all the ties. Like there was still so much releasing to do, because energetically you were still holding on to like the past. Even though you're right now in the present moment, you were still holding on to the past that was holding you back. Because in some shape or form, you were seeking some kind of perfection out of it. But it already happened. And you got so content with that role playing that you got complacent. You stopped fighting for your future. And Spirit's like saying, like, this is enough. This is enough of this shit. We're done and fed up with your shit now. We want you to persevere. We want you to keep on going, regardless of all these holes, right? From all these jabs, all these betrayals, all these lies. Keep going. Keep fucking going. Don't give up on yourself. This is just a fucking start. You're still able to co-create a different life for yourself. You still can build that 6, 10, 20,000 or whatever business idea or that dream reality that you want. Spirit's like saying, like, you have all of it. Start believing it. Be delusional about it, but be real with yourself. You can create it. You just have to want it so bad. You have to really believe it, that you already have it, that you're able to embody it. And know that if you're wanting to embody it, you have to kill these versions of yourself. These versions of yourself where you people please, you gave too much, you had no boundaries, you allow yourself to get disrespected, you allow people and entities into your fucking life that were not in fucking alignment, that weren't good for you, that polluted your mind, polluted your aura, manipulated you. All this shit. Because now it's time for you to pick yourself. This time is like redemption time. It is time to recalibrate your life. You are now realizing, like, I was shown all this fucking darkness, so I don't have to do this bullshit no more. So I don't have to be in the fucking dark, because there is this other side. But I'm also gonna keep in mind that this darkness helps me keep myself in check. Not always be always like on the light side, but also have a balance. When to show your darkness when it's appropriate. And that's what you said in boundaries, being assertive, saying what you gotta say, but in a respectful manner at the end of the day. Knowing when to say no, knowing when to like be like, I'm good. I don't think this like connection is in alignment with my future right now. So letting it go and being okay with that. Because there is just a sense of rejection and denial that you were probably in. And it's because, you know, you probably were lonely. You were lonely, you were not in a good space. And you didn't realize that because, you know, you get so lost in the emotion that you don't realize that you are even being codependent with, you know, overindulgence. This could be like either through, you know, overdoing something to the point where it's like a distraction. This could be in many different forms. For some, it's drinking. For others, it's smoking. For others, it's like doom scrolling. For others, it's overeating, going out too much, splurging on clothing. For others, it's like, you know, starting one thing and then not finishing it and then starting another, and it's going on and on and on. It's a form of sabotage. And you were sabotaging yourself. But now you know. No more sabotage. You're walking into better waters. You're building a relationship within yourself now. You're in redemption. You're finally like saying, like, you know what, enough is enough. I had enough. We're not gonna create that narration. Because you are literally a catalyst. You are transforming. Have confidence in the fact that you are a magician. You are a wizard. Like, it's literally like from Harry Potter. You are a wizard, Harry. Like, you do have that. Whoever made you believe that you didn't have any fucking magic, that it was delusional, that it wasn't real, was fucking wrong. Because everybody does fucking carry magic. You just really have to be like very fucked up to try erase somebody's magic or make them believe that they don't have any magic. That's how you keep them trapped. And I'm here to remind you, like, nah, you are magical. Even like it doesn't matter how spiritual you really are. You know, you've seen blessings, even whenever you're believing in God. For those of you guys are not really like all the way dived into like spirituality, you know, the times when you prayed about how you wanted a certain outcome, and then boom, like weeks, days, hours later on, it turns out to be like that, and you didn't have to do any freaking witchcraft. It's because you had that belief. You had belief. As long as you believe, it will happen for you. Yeah. You're literally walking into something very new, something very passionate, very fiery, very vibrant. That's gonna light up your soul. I know that right now you're sad, you're mourning, you're grieving because you have ended a cycle, and this has been a cycle for a very, very, very long time. But the cycle is giving you a gift. There is a gift with this ending. There's a gift with the new beginning. So it's not really all like, you know, I'm leaving empty-handed, I'm destroyed. Like, no. Say thank you. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for teaching me this stuff. Thank you for showing me what I don't want to keep embodying or exuding out into the world. Thank you for showing me this stuff. Thank you for teaching me what I need to, like, you know, work on. And this is where you're going into like a whole purity part. You're purifying yourself from like all the sins, all those transgressions, all the betrayals, all that pain, all that aggression that, you know, was put onto you. And you absorbed it like a sponge without knowing, but you did. And you're cleansing yourself off of it because you're like, this is not even me. This has been, you know, a creation of all the projection, all the opinions, thoughts that were thrown at me, all the beliefs that, you know, polluted me. You're clearing that out. You're clearing out the pollution. You're clearing out the impurities. And I'm seeing like very like much like holy water, water being very significant, being near the water. And you're just getting back into your true essence without, you know, the vices, the distractions, any pain or suffering, anything that's like, I keep hearing like demonic. So you're walking into like truth now. Confirmation. You're walking into truth. You're walking into who you really were meant to be. because you're finally seeing right through the veil. You're seeing right through the illusions, and this is helping you transform yourself and get back into your like heart chakra, and also like transform your throat chakra so you can speak things into existence. Be very intentional with what you say out to the world. Like, what do you really want out in the world? Like, be mindful, because you know your words are very powerful. They're spells, and it's kind of like that one book about the 5 agreements. I forgot that chapter. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Focus on what you're spitting out. As humans, we tend to talk so casually like nothing, but we forget what we're telling others. And that's spilling so much about the unconscious mind. Like, sometimes you're not even dealing with the actual person consciously. You're dealing with their unconscious mind. And you have to be mindful. So that way, sometimes like it's best to sit in silence and just observe. So that way you can know, oh, cool. But that's just on some other shit, guys. Like speaking to other people's like unconscious minds. But yes, because you're now seeing through the veil, you're seeing through like everything being presented to you. Like your eyes are finally like seeing for what they are. You're going to be stepping into like a very harmonious, fulfilling life. I'm seeing 24 being like significant here. So either in 24 days, maybe 24 months, you're going to be on a better stage in your life. Right now, you might be in the ruts. It's cool though, because this rut is going to teach you a lot about you, how resilient, how strong, how powerful, how like magnetic, how intelligent, how empowering you really are. And you're just gonna be a beaker of light that's gonna help others. Like, you know, be motivated. And I'm feeling it within my heart chakra, and it's making me happy. Like, you are meant to empower others too. You are like the inspiration. You are the inspiration. You are the inspiration. No more playing victim. I'm done with that bullshit. No more victim mentality here. No more getting in your own way. No more impatience. No more self-sabotage, okay? At the end of the day, no more self-sabotage. But you're doing it. You're doing it. I know right now it's not the easiest stage because it's so much to handle. You're feeling stuff, but you got this. You fucking got this. And I believe in you. And if nobody else believes in you, I believe in you just as much. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm letting you know. If I can do it, you can too. If I can do it, you can too. You can too. You can do it, okay? Other than that, I wish you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. And if it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it out the window. Do not force it. Not every reading is meant for everybody. But I hope this gives you clarity. And thank you for tapping in. Bye.